Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is May 29th and I'm bringing you a show and tell. First thing I want to show is this little cactus. I made it for my yarn bingo. One of the squares this month was Create a Cactus. About 3 years ago I created about 30 of these and donated them to a charity to sell at a craft fair. They did quite well, so I had none left for myself, so I made this one for myself. And I intend to keep it, regardless of what the granddaughter thinks. I made some hats for the Hat Not Hate. I don't know how much the postage is going to be on these, but I feel strongly enough about the bullying needs to stop that I want to support it. This one here is Bernat Premium. This was a scrap that I had left over from another ball, and it's just a double crocheted beanie with a single crocheted brim. I also have this one. It's bubble stitches. Just trying to do different things, just different hats. It's got the front post brim on it because that's what I seem to really like to do. I also have this one here. My friend Julie's calling it the diagonal bubble. And this one here is some camel stitches and some bubbles. And this one I just did a front post. When I started my circle up at the top, every 6th stitch I did front post, and it caused this texture, which I kind of like. This one was just to play around with the camel stitches, double crochets, a bit bigger beanie. This one has double crochets, front post brim. This one's got a little bit of camel stitch detail and then some front posts for the brim. This one's a little bit more camel stitch, double crochets, camel stitches, just to give it some texture and to be different. It's nice that they're all different because we're all different, and that's what this is all about, is accepting that we're all different. So this one's got a longer bit of a brim on it with the front posts. It's really quite squishy. And the last one I did was inspired by Ella at No Catchy Name. This is a pattern she put up for the Hat Not Hate. So I did do one pattern in all of those. I also have been dealing with scraps. And several times the Yarn Bingo Square has been organize your scraps. When I started with my scraps, I worked very hard at getting them down. And then I found a couple more totes in the storage unit that had more yarn in it. So I'm still scrap busting full steam ahead. This time I just did simple solid granny squares, all different colors. And sadly I have enough to do another blanket. I just don't have any black. And neither does Walmart, because apparently black yarn is popular during a pandemic. And this will be a lapgan that I donate to hospice. So that's another big finish. This one was my square for Yarn Bingo, something in your favorite color. And this is my favorite color. This is also a pattern that I've wanted to do. There we go. Get it up right here. This is also a pattern that I've wanted to do, that I was saving for the perfect baby for quite some time. It is a Jayda and Stitches pattern. It is very beautiful, and I thought very intricate, but it works up really fast, and it's very simple because it's a 1-row repeat. And that's going to be going to Christine's Place. It's a local charity that helps mothers and small children. And this one here is Yarnjoy podcast here on YouTube put out this pattern this month, and I made it. It's not been blocked or anything. And this was also out of a scrap baby yarn, and I didn't have enough to do my finishing edging on it, so I just put some white around the edge. I think it looks okay, and it too will get donated to Christine's Place. Other things that I've made this month, little things. I just finished this bunting today. I have a kindergarten teacher that loves the little buntings I make. She has them up in her classroom, and this one is Canadian maple leaves, and it is to represent Canada because that's where we're from, and I'm sure she'll find a way to use it in her classroom. Another thing I made this month are these little backpacks. They have the two little straps in the back and the fold over top like a regular backpack. Normally I'd have a button on here, but I don't have any buttons right now, so I just pulled my ties through the buttonhole. And inside I have, in this particular case, because these ones are for myself, poop and scoop bags. We have 2 dogs, and I'm a strong believer in picking up after your dog. So I clip them on my purse, my coat, my keys. Usually have 2 or 3 of them running around the house, full, ready to go. Another thing I created this month was this little owl. This is my own pattern. Again, I filled it with fiber fill. You can put them on carabiners and clip them to little backpacks and stuff like that, or you can sew them on Tweedle muffs, which is what this one will probably end up being, is put on a Tweedle muff because it's not a very vibrant color, but it's something for them to play with. And the next thing I have on my list is this. This is wonky looking, only because it has not been blocked or washed, and it desperately needs to be blocked and washed. For Mother's Day, my daughter gave me a beautiful bouquet of handicrafter cotton, the little mini balls, and I had my bouquet sitting on the sofa, and I had taken out the sticks and stuff like that, so I had a little pile of these balls, and my dog decided to get up on the sofa and help herself to a ball. When I found the ball in her bed, I set it aside and decided, instead of trying to untangle the slobbery mess, I'd let it sit, and I did, and then I crocheted it up. It has not been washed yet, and when it does get washed, it's going to be a doggy washcloth because it already is a doggy washcloth. Another thing I made this month is another Frankenstein type pot holder. I'm liking these. I have some white and some cream colored that I am just dispersing between the different colors, so it gives it a bit of the eye a bit of a break, because when they're together I find them a bit hard to work on when it's too colorful. I did make another purple hat for the purple crying baby, shaken baby syndrome charity, which I can donate here in London, Ontario. And this one I put some ears on because I see Yarnjoy podcast, and she does her little hats, and they're so cute, little tigers and bears, and these hats have to be purple. So I'm going to see what a purple tiger or a purple bear looks like, and continue making them right up until August, when they're supposed to be submitted. I think that's 23 I have now. And another square on my yarn bingo was create a headband. My granddaughter has hair in her eyes because no one's cutting hair professionally, and her mother is not a professional and doesn't want to butcher it. So I made her a little headband with an elastic in the back so it's stretchy. Hopefully it won't hurt her ears, so she can hold back her bangs while she's trying to do her schoolwork, because her hair is quite long in the front and frustrating her pretty bad. One of the other things I've done this month is I altered this bag. This bag I showed you before in show and tell, and it had really long handles on it. Well, I have took the handles off, ripped it all back, shortened the handles, and I'm much happier with it. And I have already used this bag now. And that's about it for all of my mix. No, it's not. I can think of 2 or 3 other things that I have made this month that I don't have here in the pile. But I really need to get this video up and out so that I can put this stuff away, because I'm planning on changing around my living room, and little stacks of stuff everywhere isn't going to really work for that. So thank you all for watching. I am excited to have 81 subscribers. I'm ecstatic, actually. And I hope that continues. I intend to do a giveaway at 100 subscribers, and I hopefully will be doing a show and tell once a week, or podcast video. I'm not sure what we're going to call it, but I'm hoping to upload at least once a week.